Hi, I'm Nick Ornstein. I'm on exchange here at Waseda from UC Berkeley.
Hi, I'm Joyce Tsai, and I'm also on exchange here from UC Berkeley.
And we just finished presenting our research topic, Integrated Water Resource Management on the Yellow River. We took a broad theoretical approach, which focused on institutional design, and Joyce will explain more about the theory part.
So many people think that Chinese Bureau is a monolithic organization. We wanted to challenge this idea, so we looked at political scientist Anthony Downs' theory of bureaucratic organization.
And we used that theory to apply it to the regulatory scheme on the Yellow River to show that there are gaps in authority, there's contradictory legislation, and we wanted to offer a solution that would bring stakeholders together to solve their own water issues.
I'm Kristin. I am a third year from Georgetown University.
And I'm Yami Hori. I'm a fourth year student at School of International Liberal Studies here at Waseda University.
Today we presented with a third member of our group about the Fukushima Daiichi disaster and some of the communication problems that happened subsequently after that.
It was a really long process. We worked on it for a little more than a semester, and it was really good to finally have our presentation coming together and to be able to share with students from different department at Waseda and also representative from each university. It was a very, very great opportunity, and we really hope to keep this memory together so we can talk about it in the future.
Hello, I'm Ocean Gibson.
Hi, I'm Karina Sepnet.
Lorenzo Chavez.
Alrighty, so we covered a lot of things in our presentation, but in broad strokes, we were interested in the historical significance of the ecological crisis. What brought us to this moment, what ways of thinking continue to condition our treatment of the natural world, and in turn, what moral possibilities may be present in the future, given the severity of the issue.
And basically today we were able to give out a presentation towards a number of audience. It was an amazing experience to be able to go up on stage and finally present a year's worth of work. And it was a great learning experience as the culmination of what this year has been. And maybe Lorenzo can talk more about our general forum program.
Yeah, I think the best part of this whole thing for me was what came before the presentation. Hearing each other's presentations over time, seeing how we progressed, what else we brought to the table over time. It was a pretty long journey, but we learned a lot, not only within our own groups, but about other people's groups and about ourselves. Having to work together, finding a common ground was a new experience for me, and I think for some of us too, and it was overall an amazing experience.
Hi, my name is Rebecca Chang. I'm a junior from the University of Washington in Seattle. My group, we presented on the issue of applications of transit-oriented development for the idea of green cities. Specifically, we were looking at how TOD, transit-oriented development, could be applied in LA, Los Angeles. And we used different case studies from Tokyo to apply and look into practical usages of TOD. How can LA become a more sustainable city? How can LA be more compact? Through this process, I personally found that while it was difficult to organize our ideas and we had to change our ideas constantly, in the end we came up with a product that we are proud of and a model that we believe we can apply to additional cities beyond LA.
Okay. So my name is Sasuke Shimomura, and I'm a senior at Waseda University. And about our research forum presentation, I'm pretty sure Rebecca talked most about it, so I'm just going to give you my impressions of what I thought through this whole process. And to be honest, I thought we had really difficult time actually integrating all our ideas because all of our backgrounds are different, and each of us has our preferences in terms of approaches. Some people have qualitative approaches, and some have quantitative approaches. But we gotta know our members, and we gotta know how they think, what they like, what they dislike, and it was a struggle to put it all together. But in the end, I think we were able to consolidate all of our ideas together and get a good product out of it.
My name is Nick Perez, and I'm from Georgetown University.
My name is Daniel White, and I'm from the University of Washington.
And today, for the GLFP Forum, we presented a presentation called the Japan Model, essentially allowing us to analyze the way that Japan exports its earthquake disaster response. So, through this process, we had to qualify Japan as a global leader in earthquake disaster management. Then we had to create a model or a snapshot of exactly how Japan exports its successes, and then we tried out our model by inserting a new technology and idea and seeing how that can be exported. So, as for our impressions of today's forum, do you want to start off?
I think the forum as a whole was a group project that many different people from different backgrounds and experiences come together, and we all work together to work on this one topic and to develop a research project. And for me, it was great to work with others, to learn from their experiences and see different perspectives through all this. But also, it also did create challenges in that we had to talk about things and see the difference and iron these differences out to work toward a common goal in this. And I think that as a whole gave this presentation, this forum, a very memorable experience for me.
And as for my impressions for the forum, I was very, very impressed by just how all of my colleagues were able to create 5 amazing presentations. And I think from our own group's experiences and through my own experience, I feel like one of the most important things that I learned in this process was just when you're in a leadership role and when you're trying to guide essentially a group towards an end product, there's almost this initial sense that you need to kind of compete, have different ideas and then compete for which idea is better. But I think what made our group's process unique was we were able to kind of take a step backwards and figure out, okay, you have these passions, you have these passions, and you have these passions. What is a way that we can unite all of those different passions, allow each of us to express our own interests and still accomplish an end product by the end of the day? So I feel like through this forum, we've been able to learn that process essentially can be successful and end in a way where each one of us is really satisfied, passionate, and really happy with our contribution.